to our retired AIG. You agree with me, sir? From the time you joined the force till the time you retired, there have never been a time the security architecture of this country see the need to integrate holistically the youth in the fight against crime. And that is why, without fear, we made it known to Nigerian government. Why they have failed is because they have not seen need. Why the genuine youths who has the genuine heart to make Nigeria great has not been drawn to the round table and discuss on how they can be useful in assisting the security agencies in fighting the crime they are fighting. Nigerian government has spent money. They have brought in all forms of technology and arms, but yet crime keep increasing on daily basis. Nigeria has so far spent trillions in the past 20 years fighting crime. But the more they fight, the more they increase. Who are those that commit this crime? They are the youth. Then, why not use the same youth as an alternative to engage their fellow youth on how to live a positive life? Lastly, the same government empowerment programs will be announced on air by government. The same our uncles will keep these empowerment programs in their personal pocket at the detriment of same youth whom are supposed to be bettered to go back and enrich their fellow youth. Sir, in 2020, President Muhammadu Buhari approved 75 billion for Nigerian Youth Trust Fund. As I talk to you today, the money is nowhere to be found. This money would have raised more than 10,000 enriched Nigerian youth who would have become powerful tycoons in the field of business. And they would have engaged a good numbers of youth in the street there who wouldn't have gone into crime. Today, we are here to discuss integrating Nigerian youth in the fight against crime and extremism. Letter was reached out to the Commissioner of Police, and thank God I'm seeing a senior police officer representing the CP here. The Civil Defense Commander is on his way. The Director of DSSS, FCT, have sent a representative. But sir, it is time for these heads of security agencies to be the one coming to this kind of program to listen directly to the youth. Because their subordinate cannot make an effective decision that could change the narrative. They will only go back and give them feedback in accordance to how they feel, not in accordance to what the head hears himself. We are saying, for security to be solved in this country, there is need for all security chiefs in FCT to work with the youth. And CONISA is the apex umbrella body of Nigerian youth on security matters. I will also make it known to our fathers that are seated here. This year alone, this body has retrieved more than 10 million naira from Nigerian police who extorted different youths in this country. Just last 2 weeks, we recovered 820,000. A young boy was traveling from Lagos to Ekiti, and the police stopped him, saw money in his account, transferred the whole of the money from his account. That is how bad it is. Unlawful arrest. And these same people, you want them to say a criminal and report back to you. They will not, because they have not seen difference between yourself and the criminal they want to report. So that is why there is need for a sincere approach. And security agencies should create a youth and student desk. It is only DSSS that has youth and student desk in this country. The Nigerian police does not have. The other security agencies does not have. Recently, the CG of Civil Defense approved that after engaging him. He saw the need and attached that under the counter-terrorism department. And a platform has been created. And we are in serious talk. The Nigerian police should take suit so that when there are issues from the youth perspective, they will know they have an office within the security architecture to quickly run to. And this will also help us to begin to curb some of these criminal activities within our local communities. I want to welcome all our youth leaders that are here present for this program. We are all ambassadors of the change that this country needs. We cannot sit at the back seat to discuss development and economic development of our country. We must get involved. And to get involved, if they are not inviting you, invite yourself and tell them, here I am for a change that we want. Thank you. God bless us.
It has been completely taken over. It has been solved. But what happens at the security implementation level has always been the logistics. The policemen here will testify to that. The DSS officers here will testify to that. The army officers and the rest of us will testify to that. From the inception of the Federal Capital Territory, when it began, what was the population? The population was less than 1 million persons in FCT. Today, you have a population explosion of close to 4 million people in FCT. Some of you who are quite young, I will remind you, the entire FCT, particularly the municipality of this town, had only one police station, and that is Garki Village Police Station. Next to it is the one we had in Life Camp. And the next to it is the one we had in Zuma and Kwakwalada. In fact, when I was a DPO in 1994, Gwagwalada Division was in charge of Gwagwalada and environs up to Lube. And we were not having the security challenges because then we had the population under control, we had the logistics that supported the activities, and the rest of it. No matter the speed with which information is gathered and transmitted to security agencies, it will only become actionable when there is a supportive logistics to do so. Logistics in terms of manpower size, in terms of availability of vehicles, the fueling. Let me just give you a simple example. The FCT Commissioner of Police today will tell you he will require close to 1 billion naira to be able to fund the fueling of the vehicles of all the divisions in FCT to be able to respond to all the incidences and calls. Those monies are never found anywhere. So, gentlemen, with that, I think I should go straight to the keynote address. And also, before the keynote address proper, let me please appeal to all of us here to be members of the WhatsApp group of CONISA. The CONISA, though recently just came on board, is very active. But I'm afraid the language, the perception that I read through that WhatsApp group is not a very palatable one. There have been so many complaints. Complaints that borders on kidnappings, killing, and abduction. Complaints that borders on recently snatching of private parts. Complaints on increased violence on our streets, destruction of our livelihoods and farmlands, and also, above all, on the ineptitude of the security agencies, possibly because we're not well informed. So, to portray this issue, there was this particular comment that was made in that group by someone, and I had to quickly interject and give him an answer when he lamented so much and ask a question. what can we do? And I gave him this answer. We can do a lot, such as demanding more security presence in the hinterland through our council chairman. A collective action is required to deal with the situation. As the matter is beyond the purview of a single agency. A pragmatic/holistic approach must be taken on a sustainable basis to really dislodge the bandits. The current ad hoc arrangement by local police is seriously inadequate to deal with the situation. The people have seriously consolidated their presence, that is the bandits, in various locations within the precincts of the territory. Our local executive leadership must champion this cause at once. So these are the things we need to do, and it has been said here. We must hold our local leaders accountable. And who are the local street leaders? Who have the resources? The local government chairmen are the only ones who have the resources in the city. We must have to hold them accountable at any place we stay. In fact, we jokingly divide FCT into two. We say FCT1 and FCT2. What is FCT1? FCT1 starts from Abuja Airport Junction up to this place. That's FCT1. The urban urbanized area of FCT. All the places you have mentioned in your narrations here, where these kidnappings and other incidences are taking place on a daily basis, are within the precincts of FCT. And that is largely due to absence. What I mean absence? Absence in capital of security or inadequate security officers.